Hello, Spirit Family. Thank you for joining us. I am Aquarian Node, and I'm getting ready to do your new moon in Leo reading. So before we get going, I do want to say thank you so much for being with me on this journey. As you all know, my North Node is in Aquarius, and so it's important for me to be able to give back to the collective in a way that uses my spiritual abilities but is in service of others. So I just want to thank all of those that have stayed subscribed to me from the very beginning. I love you. I really appreciate you. And, don't be afraid to share, like, and subscribe if the message vibes. And then we can continue to grow our community. So, first reading I'm going to do is for Cancer. And this is going to be your new moon reading. All right, so the energy's been cleared. I didn't really do too much meditating. Honestly, I was doing readings last night, in-person readings, and I didn't get back to my place until like after 11, and then I didn't get to sleep until a little after midnight. Then I had to get up real early. So I didn't have time to really meditate, but I am fasting, so there's that. So the messages, well, I mean, they always come in clear. Spirit always knows what to say and what to do. And as you know, I just let the cards fall. Spirit will stop the shuffle when it's ready. I felt like just now that this was going to be an emotional reading, so buckle up. Because I'm going to tell you what the cards say, and it might not be something you want to hear. I don't play those games. It's all about really what Spirit wants. What did I say? What did I say? I knew this was going to be emotional. So first card out you have is the Ten of Swords in reverse. So something that's been going on for a very long time. Let's keep going. I really feel like you need to be coming out of something that's been going on for longer than it should. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, the way Spirit uses me. Yeah, I knew this was going to be emotional. Oh my gosh. All right, and at the end of this, we're going to go over the new moon, because the new moon is going to be in Leo, and we're going to go over the spell work. If you like to set your intentions, the new moon is about setting intentions to manifest by the time of the full moon. Oh, did I? Let me light this really quick, and then we're going to get into it, okay? Now, you all know that my first spread is usually the present, my second spread is usually the past, and then my final spread is advice. So, as I said, you have the Ten of Cups here in reverse. So I feel as though there's been a long, hard road. I feel like you might be suffering from depression as well. Something that's been inflicting a lot of pain on you mentally, because remember, swords are about your mental energy. And it's a conflict. It's something that's been going on for a very long time. It could involve your children, or what I just got was custody. It could be a long custody situation that's going on, revolving kids. Could be 2 children. But yeah, this is definitely a past relationship here that didn't work out, or one that you're still in that needs to be a past relationship. Yeah, and then you have the Three of Swords in reverse. So again, that's that conclusion. In particular, I'll just put it upright so you guys can see what the card actually looks like. And you see how it's just this one single individual, and she's got those 3 swords in her heart space. There's something that has mentally and emotionally hurt you. Like this card, it gives me sorrow. I know a lot of times people see the Three of Swords as like third party energy, and it can be, but that's not what I'm getting from this. What I'm getting is disappointment, very, very strong disappointment. And it keeps going because you have the Ten of Wands as well. So there's a battle you've been fighting for a very long time that's causing you mental and emotional strain. Could be revolving around, for a lot of you, it's revolving around children. And you are ready to put down this fight. You're ready to end this conflict because it's exhausting and it's draining you. And I feel that very heavily for you. This has been a very emotional and very overwhelming situation here, and it could be someone, a fire sign in your life with this King of Wands energy. But what I also feel too is the energy emanating from this individual that this card is supposed to be representing is very, I don't want to say promiscuous, but suave. This individual is very suave, and he likes to have options here. I know the Seven of Cups didn't come out, and that's usually the card for options, but I feel like right now this card is showing me a man with options, a very passionate individual. For some of you, this could be a safe space individual, but I think for the majority of you, it's someone that has a way with expressing themselves that you might find irresistible. And that's probably why you're in the situation you're in right now, because the emotional and physical, emotional and mental strain that it's had on you has really put you out of your element here. And actually, I don't want to do that deck yet. So these are all, this information is pertinent to everyone. If you, if it vibes with you, and if it don't, you know, if it don't ride, I mean, if it don't vibe, let it ride. But this is the energy that I'm picking up on right now. We're going to clarify some of these cards. You know, I don't like multiple storylines. I like one good storyline. So let's just continue to focus on that. Sorry for that big sigh. Sometimes the pressure builds up and I just got to let it out, or it overwhelms me. Last night I was doing a personal reading, and Spirit gave me a download so strong I almost came out of my chair. I was like, embarrassing. This man don't know why. Oh, excuse me. This person doesn't know why. I'm about to buckle. Yeah, see what I say? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So to clarify the top cards, we have the Four of Swords. So that's asking you to take a moment and really meditate and feel where Spirit wants you to go. Feel the path that's being created for you. But you're not going to be able to do that if you're so absorbed with these conflicting energies, this depression, this exhaustion. You're going to have to really hone in on healing yourself and not just so much focused on the external here. Like I said, here we go. And this is the Eight of Swords. And what I'm feeling here is, you know, you have the power to overcome whatever is really holding you back here. It's all about centering yourself, right? Taking the time that you need for you to clear any mental conflicts. Because it starts with what's in your mind. That is the beginning. And once you have that under control, you can take care of anything else. There's nothing to stop you. Except maybe this Emperor in reverse. So again, like I said, I feel like there is a very, because the Emperor is a Leo, I believe. And so I think that's important, because this new moon is going to be in Leo. And then look, there's the moon card. How interesting. Or is it Aries? No, the Emperor I think is Aries. But anyway, it's a fire energy. And what the new moon in Leo is supposed to help us with is creativity, courage, you know, setting intentions for self, right? Building up confidence here. And that's what I'm getting out of here. I feel like with these two cards in particular, I feel like there's a hidden strength within you that you're not really tapping into, and you have the opportunity to do so. This can also be as an individual, someone who is in an authoritative position that is kind of keeping you oppressed. They have ulterior motives here, with the moon card, it's just like a very superficial relationship. I feel to you they present as someone that wants to help you, wants to teach you, wants to mold you into a more stable individual, but in reality they have their own agenda, which does not support you in the long run. It's very much so about them and their desires, and I think that's something that you're not seeing here. And then we have the King of Swords energy too. So like I said, I feel like all three of these men on this table are representative of one man with different aspects here. He's very intelligent, smooth talker, very passionate, great charisma, but ultimately he has ulterior motives in regards to you guys' relationship here. But like I said, once you take the time to really come out of your own mental headspace, you're going to be able to move forward. You got the Three of Wands here, which is all about taking action, taking that next step. And we're not talking no more, okay? Conversation's over. Let's start making moves. Let's start letting things happen, right? Very masculine energy here. I just feel like we're all tired. I mean, we're all tired. This is very much exhaustion, depression, and exhaustion. It's just too much, and I get it. Like, but a part of overcoming that, what I'm feeling is accepting that there is some things in reality that we can't control, but we always have control over how we deal with our issues. And if you don't want to be depressed, take steps towards not being depressed. Sometimes that can mean medication, talking to a good friend, even getting a reading. Even getting a reading if you have. I do personal readings as well, but if depending on the experience that you're looking for, there's so many options. We're actually, and I say we because I'm at my best friend's store. She has a metaphysical store, and we're going to be doing some rituals for the new moon, just to call in that energy that's going to be emphasized by the energy. Emphasized by the positioning of the planets. It's good to take advantage of that. Always good to take advantage of the resources that are available to you. And they're out there. Even though you feel like you're on your own, you're never alone. Yeah, see? That's so, yeah. All right. So in your advice, you have judgment, okay? So judgment is all about kind of the balancing between like what's right and what's wrong. It's also about a long journey towards getting your reprieve, which is very indicative of what our previous cards have shown. So I feel like, there is an end. There is, just like I was able to release all that heavy energy, you're going to be able to release it too. It's going to take some time, but once you start making the moves that you're supposed to make, really start investing in yourself and figuring out what it is that you need, it's going to become easier for you. And yeah, temperance, which is all about divine timing. So right now, what the struggle that you're going through is to set you up. And notice how both of these cards is a bird. Isn't that interesting? So you got the bird of peace, and then you got, I don't know what the pelican is the bird of, but I love these cards because they have the animal representation, and we're all very connected to nature as a whole. But and the temperance card is just about things happening in due time, and then the judgment is things that can work in your favor if you're taking the opportunity to accept mentally that you need to make changes, and then moving towards them. You have the Father of Wands in reverse. Remember him? And even though he came out upright, I had a feeling of having eggs in multiple baskets, and then he shows up again in reverse this time. So even though you might have had the mindset of this person loves me and cares for me and all the good things, he came out again in reverse, which is in your advice. So there's someone you need to be watching out for. It might be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. And then you have the Daughter of Cups in reverse. This is that child from the Six of Cups energy. It could be you're dealing with some kind of custody situation with your daughter. You may have lost custody of your daughter. with her being in the advice, I am getting a possible disconnect. You know, I have to tell you, especially with the Wild Tarot, these cards are blunt. They don't care about feelings, okay? They're going to tell you what it is, and it's up to you to accept it and make a plan, or for you to just let things play out as they will. You remember, you have free will, so you have the opportunity to make the necessary changes. But I do see a disconnect with this daughter here, and it's definitely as a result of whomever this Father of Wands energy is, possible fire sign, or they have a lot of fire in their placements. A Daughter of Cups is also a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So it could be representative of you if you are the daughter, but more than anything, there's a disconnect in the relationship. I feel like some of you are in therapy right now, working on yourself, which is good. Nothing wrong with therapy. I'm also picking up that a lot of you are hiding your current state of depression. And unfortunately, I don't really feel too much of a support system for you right now. That is not to say that there isn't anything out there that can guide you. I mean, someone out there that can guide you, but they may not be physically in your presence right now. I'm going to do a timing pull just to see further the advice here, because this is kind of blunt. I mean, it always is. A deck don't care. But I'm going to ask when we see things clearing up for you. Okay. 2 cards. Wow. Number 3. It will work out soon. Isn't that interesting? I'm telling you the way Spirit uses me. It's not. It is not a game. This is going to work out. Like I said, you got the Judgment and Temperance. Everything is going to smooth over, even though things may seem discombobulated right now. Oh my gosh. Whew. Then you got finalize something, just let go. Right? When we're talking about the mental blockages you may be experiencing right now, how you had to get out of your own head. Like I said, I feel like therapy is a very key component to this. And the acceptance of the things that you cannot change, but changing your reaction to those things, right? Because you do have that power and you do have that authority. Like I said, I knew this was gonna be emotional before I even started pulling the cards. I said, yeah, this is about to be emotional, because my energy just went phew. And I know that's not me, because I had a whole cup of coffee this morning. But yeah, and I do apologize and I do empathize. I'm going to light some sage for you all to kind of clear this energy and to send positive vibes your way, because if nothing else, I'm definitely here for you. I love you and I want the best for you, and whatever I can do to encourage that, whatever I can put out into the universe to help you, I'm absolutely going to do. Real quick before we end everything, I wanted to so this is a Psalm Magic by Anna Riva, and I love this. I just picked up on it today, but I love this because it gives you different psalm verses that you can use if you're doing any spiritual work. I know sometimes it can be a little bit scary, tapping into what we consider, metaphysical energy, but it's all the same thing, right? It all comes from the same source, and you just have to go with whatever you feel the most connected to. And sometimes that can be verses from the Bible, and Psalm is a very powerful book, books. And so I did want to read some things. Remember, the new moon is going to be in Leo, so these rituals are going to be focused on self-expression, creativity, and authentic living and confidence, right? And I feel like you definitely need some of that, because this has been a long battle here, and you feel like giving up, but you can't. You absolutely cannot. It's not an option. What you can do is to set yourself up with these rituals that are going to put out into the universe what it is that you want and need. I was telling people, I had readings yesterday, and I was telling them, like, don't be afraid to ask the universe for the things that you need to be able to put out there, your gifts. Like, you cannot pour from an empty cup. You have to serve self. And that's not selfish, that's preservation. And you need to self-preserve, right? But we all have our walk, we all have our purpose. And I want you to be more confident in expressing yourself, which is what the new moon in Leo is all about. So your ritual advice is, well, it depends on how you feel comfortable. Some people just light a candle, some people incorporate their crystals and stones. I do all of those things. I'm gonna do a ritual with my friend today and tomorrow. And anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and read. Well, I'm gonna give you the psalm verses that you can read. Ones that I felt very strong for this new moon energy are conquer all fears. That's the focus of this psalm, and it's Psalm 3. So go ahead, write that down. And when you are doing your ritual, think of the psalm verses. Maybe it can even help you if you actually just read them out loud while you're doing your ritual, while you're doing your spirit work. And then the other one is for courage to confront any problem. Okay, wait a minute, because, and I forgot that what exactly this, I just saw these and I was like, oh, these are the ones that are going to be good for a new moon. But then reading the cards here, yeah, honey, you need courage to confront any problem. It's time to get out of your head, do what you need to do, right? Because good times are coming. Good times are coming here. Yeah, go ahead. And this is Psalm 39. It also says this is a good book for setting intentions, and that's what the new moon is all about as well. So it says that you should use your astral candle, reversible incense, and a red candle. You can incorporate your crystals too. Tiger's eye is really good because the moon is in Leo, and that is a strong Leo energy with the tiger's eye. So yeah, and of course, if you have any questions or you want to do a one-on-one, feel free to send me an email at aquariannode@gmail.com, and I will be more than happy to assist you in any way that I can. It's all about making sure that you're good, right? I love you. I appreciate you. Remember, if it don't vibe, let it ride. And I look forward to speaking with you again soon, Cancer. Bye.